WNBA free agency is in full-fledged. Big names on the board. A lot of unrestricted free agents testing the water. A lot of restricted free agents now have become unrestricted free agents. And now we got some news out of Chicago. But we'll get off into all that next here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, guys, man, we got some news out of Chicago, man, in this WNBA free agency. Now, WNBA free agency opened up last Saturday, right? And a lot of people that was restricted free agents have become unrestricted free agents. Now, you got a lot of mainstay pieces on some of these teams that was cored, and some people that you thought would have been cored on certain teams was not cored. Kennedy Carter of the Chicago Sky, she was not cored. She was a restricted free agent. Now she is an unrestricted free agent because the Chicago Sky's management was reluctant to send her a qualifying offer, giving her a chance to go out in free agency to sign with any team that she chooses to. Now the Chicago Sky's got some issues to address. Now, we all talk about this upcoming draft where we know Chicago got the number 3 pick and they got the number 10 pick. There's a lot of speculation out there of what Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh are going to do with that number 3 pick and what they're going to do with that number 10 pick. Now, the news out of Chicago is that the Chicago Skies and Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh have met with former Chicago Sky point guard Courtney Vandersloot. Now, what does that mean? That's very significant because if we're talking about the WNBA draft and that number 3 pick, and we all know that Chicago Sky need a point guard, and we all talked about Olivia Miles. But like we have been saying, we don't think Olivia Miles might not be there at 3 because of the way Olivia Miles is playing right now in college basketball, the collegiate level for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. She's been very spectacular. And I think her draft stock is climbing through the roof. And I think she's moving up on everybody's big board. So she might not be there at the number 3 pick. So why is this Courtney Vandersloot news very significant? Because we have to address a point guard for the Chicago Sky. Now, we all know Courtney Vandersloot, you know, she's 35 years old. You know, she's been in the league since 2011. She was the 3rd pick of the Chicago Sky back in the WNBA draft. And also, you know, that year she was named to the all-rookie team. She's an all-star, and she was named to the all-rookie team in her rookie year. And then she was also named as an all-star again in 2019, 2021, and 2023. So Courtney Vandersloot, 35 years old, still got a lot left in the tank. Now, you know, she led the WNBA in assists in 2014. And for 5 consecutive seasons during 2017, I think it went all the way to 2021, she holds the all-time WNBA record for highest assists per game in a season at 9.1, right? And the highest career assist is about 6.7. Now, in college, I saw a little bit of footage of Courtney Vandersloot in college. She went to Gonzaga University. She also was the Western Conference, well, not Western Conference, the Western Coast Conference, you know, history to be named the Conference Player of the Year 3 times. So that's a little bit background on Courtney Vandersloot. And the reason why I say this is some significant news, because you look at it like this. Now, what does that tell you? The Chicago Skies know that it's a possibility of Olivia Miles not being there at number 3. So now you focus on going get Sonia Citron at that number 3 pick. Now, the reason why I'm saying that, because a lot of people say you can either go with Miles or Citron at that number 3 pick. And then you guys got to understand something. This what comes into play. If they do sign Courtney Vandersloot back, now you got your point guard. Now you're going in a different direction and you're building through free agency, right? So that number 3 pick will be there. So that's when we talk about going getting somebody like a Sonia Citron that is 6'1" long and is a 3-and-D player, can guard your best perimeter player and shut you down, and also knock down that tray ball. And also she can make plays as well. Then you look at it like this. Kennedy Carter is no longer in Chicago. Now, this is the tricky part. Now you think about that number 10 pick where we have discussed where possibly packaging up that number 10 pick and going out there getting somebody like a Jewel Lloyd. So this is some significant news on what Chicago Sky is basically doing. Now you can actually see the direction that they want to move, because if they're talking to point guards that are free agents, that tells you a lot. So I guess Tyler Marsh and Jeff P are doing their due diligence, but the story broke by way of Annie Constable. Now everybody, feels some type of way about Annie Constable, but Annie Constable ain't been wrong yet. So let's take a look at what Annie Constable said. Annie Constable, Sky General Manager Jeff P and Coach Tyler Marsh met with their team's former franchise player Courtney Vandersloot on Tuesday. But what are the chances of actually signing the 5-time All-Star and 2-time WNBA champion, excuse me. Now that's huge, right? So it says, do the Sky have a realistic shot at signing Courtney Vandersloot? Now, she's a two-time WNBA champion. She also played on that 2021 championship team for Chicago. And it's crazy that I'm saying this because of the fact that everybody has been on record talking about they don't want these old players. And Courtney Vandersloot is 35 years old. Everybody is in a disagreement of bringing Jewel Lloyd back. Jewel Lloyd is 31 years old. They say that she don't have nothing left in the tank because she had a bad year last year. But Jewel Lloyd still has a lot left in the tank, and you can just go and look at her play and unrivaled. She still can get buckets. But Courtney Vandersloot is a viable option, and I guess that's why Jeff P and Tyler Marsh are entertaining that. So I think there's going to be some dominoes to fall, but I think that, Jeff P and Tyler Marsh are doing their due diligence, going out there, looking at everything that's available, because like we said, that point guard position, we need a point guard. And I don't think that Tyler Marsh and Jeff P think that Olivia Miles will be there at number 3. So that goes and lets you know that Sonia Citron might be that number 3 pick for the Chicago Sky. Now that 10th pick is going to be tricky. A lot of people said you can get Citron and Cheyenne Sellers, but Cheyenne Sellers went down with an injury the other night. Don't know how serious it is, but a lot of people say that you can go with Sonia Citron and Cheyenne Sellers. But if they sign Courtney Vandersloot back and get Sonia Citron at 3, I think Jeff P and Tyler Marsh are going to package up that 10th pick and bring in somebody like a Jewel Lloyd. That's just my thoughts. That's just my opinions. But free agency has started, and it's a little bit of buzz out there in Chicago. And Annie Constable broke the news, and I'm bringing it to you guys. So you let me know what y'all guys think down in the comments section about today's news on Courtney Vandersloot meeting with Tyler Marsh and Jeff P, ex-Chicago champion, 2-time WNBA champion, WNBA playoff assist leader, and Courtney Vandersloot. I see everybody in the comments section. #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.